What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel, and this is episode 13 of 5 Questions with Levi, The Return. I got a few more questions asked by you, the people who watch my videos. A reminder to those who have never asked me a question before, you can send one question per user in the comments section below. But without further ado, let's get to some questions! Question number 1 comes from Dimebag Daryl, who asks, who has more neck? Sully Erna from Godsmack or Corey Taylor from Slipknot, and would they beat Corpse Grinder in a neck fight? Corey Taylor has more neck than Sully, however, Corpse Grinder would kill. He could break Corey Taylor in half with his bare hands, so yeah, Corey's got more of a neck than Sully, but nobody's got more neck than Corpse Grinder. And he would, no doubt, wipe the floor with either one of those two. Question number 2 comes from Super Red Elmo. Do you think we need algebra in the real life?
Hey, SpongeBob!
Hey, Patrick!
Hey, SpongeBob! Could you give me change for a quarter?
No problem! Here you go!
Thanks.
Question number 3 comes from Daily988. Will I be paying more attention to NASCAR in 2022 with the next-gen car coming? I mean, I have been waiting for the Gen 7 cars to come along, and funny enough, as of recording this video, yesterday was the unveiling of the final product of the Gen 7 cars. They look great. They absolutely look fantastic. Let's see if it races the same as it looks. And there's still a bunch of unanswered questions. What's the horsepower going to be for 2022? How is there actually a splitter or it's gone entirely? Side force. So many other factors, so many other questions we got that we need to ask. What spoiler sizes are we going to see at different tracks to make sure we get cars that are aerodynamic properly? That did not make any sense. That have proper aerodynamics. Wow. I am all over the place today, as you can tell. So I am going to go ahead and announce, so this might get the most views of any episode, based on the title with the parentheses after the fact. I will be coming back in 2022 to do NASCAR reviews. However, I am going to say this right now. The next gen car is NASCAR's final opportunity to win me back. If the racing still sucks with the Gen 7 cars, after 2022, sayonara for good. So I'm going to go ahead and say it, I will be back in 2022 thanks to this new car, because I do want to see if we are going to get good racing again. But that remains to be seen. Question number 4 comes from Mr. Death Metal. Favorite Celtic Frost album? Oh, man. Apart from Cold Lake, I could make a case for all of the other Celtic Frost albums to be my favorite. Like, Morbid Tales is a masterpiece. To Megatherion is a classic. Into the Pandemonium, I think, is very underrated. Vanity Nemesis, the most underrated. And Monotheist was a great farewell to the Celtic Frost legacy. Cold Lake, we don't talk about that one. But if I had to choose, out of all those albums, which is my favorite? I'm gonna go with Morbid Tales. I mean, even though it's Morbid Tales and Emperor's Return, the two EPs combined, and it's called Morbid Tales for their debut. But I'm gonna go with Morbid Tales, because, I mean, I love the production on that album. The performance was fantastic, and I love the songs. Into the Crypts of Rays, Visions of Mortality, Dethroned Emperor, the title track, Procreation of the Wicked, Nocturnal Fear. So many great songs on Morbid Tales. You cannot go wrong. You can't really go wrong with any of their albums except for Cold Lake. But if I had to choose a favorite, it would be Morbid Tales. And finally, question 5 from Keith Miller Jr. Favorite and least favorite NASCAR throwback scheme of all time? Oh man, that's tough. My personal favorite throwback would be anybody who uses a Valvoline car in tribute to Mark Martin. Like, even in the early 2010s when you saw, like, Roush and Petty Motorsports use that same basis of the old Mark Martin Valvoline scheme for their schemes. Like, Kenseth's car was great. Allmendinger's scheme in 2010 was fantastic with the Valvoline colors. So I'm going to say favorite throwback is the Mark Martin Valvoline cars that we've seen on and off for the past 10, 11 years. Now, least favorite throwback, personally I'm going to say that car Johnson ran at Darlington last year. It was such a cluster of just Earnhardt, Johnson, and petty schemes all together, and I just thought it looked like a jumbled mess. My opinion, obviously, but I was not really a big fan, nor was I terribly impressed with that car. But yeah, this was the shortest episode so far. What am I trying to say? Oh yeah. So a reminder to those who want to ask me a question for next week's episode, be sure to leave one question per user in the comments section below, and I will be back next week to answer more. But until next time, horns high, and I will see you soon. Shut up, Doug. Because, and I know I'm probably, for some of you guys who are watching this that are probably going to comment saying, if you have only one world title with a brand split, it won't work. Well, what the hell just happened to George Dennis? He just fucking died! You guys saw that, didn't you? He was leading, and then he fucking died. If Travis Quapple can fuck off. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him go so that way I could share draft with him and maybe a couple other trucks to help rebuild. Ah! Fuck you!